offensively. He's also a solid defender. Never one to gamble for steals, but considering his offensive load, he remains steady at the other end of the floor.
Millsap misses.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Again, the miss by Green. The Hawks leading by 9. Here's Korver. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Muscala, he's checked in for Horford. Cephalosha comes in for Damari Carroll. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Shelvin Max subbed in for Jeff Teague. Spurs also with the sub. Duncan, he's checked in for Boris Diaw. Leonard, the pass to Splitter. Parker kicks to Green. Clock at 6. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession.
And while we have a moment, let's check out the breakdown for Paul Millsap. Lately, he's been untouchable. He's been in the zone. You see how his performances match up. He's right around 17 points a night, 7 rebounds, then 3 assists. And night in and night out, he's their #1 option on offense.
No surprise there, Steve. I mean, the way he can fill it up, he leads the team in scoring, too.
The defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
So much can be said about the Spurs' dominance as a franchise. I mean, 15 straight years of winning 50 games or more during the regular season. You know, last year, they were at least 500 or better against every other team in the league, and they have been since 1976.
You guys, think about the history of the Spurs. They didn't even come into the NBA until 1976 when they made the transition from the old ABA.
Well, you talk about a fan base that is spoiled. I mean, nearly 40 years of beating every team in the league, more than they've been beaten by those teams. So just an incredible record.
Harold Ontic, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. Here's Ontic, and they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Well, the score has a lot to do with that, Clark. Just based on that, you'd think the rebounding gap would be huge.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
That's a 2 from Parker. Here's Leonard, and there's the rejection. Here's Cephalosha, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Hawks lead by 13. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Atlanta.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And I love their hustle because they're getting a lot of second chance opportunities just as a result of playing hard.
A rebound by the Spurs.
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
And Green gets it to go.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
The Hawks leading by 10. And Matt kicks to Cephalosha. Here's the 3. Good.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points, I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here. This has not at all been the kind of performance they needed out of this.
And he gets it to go. Max got 5 points now this quarter.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, and unfortunately, their offense in the paint hasn't been a whole lot better.
That's tipped. Cephalosha with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. The shot misses. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Parker left side. Green inside the three-point line. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
You know, he's so confident, sometimes to a fault, and that showed right there. That's a bad shot.
Exactly. I mean, that's self-inflicted damage right there. There are a lot better options than what he took.
19 seconds left in the third quarter. Teague for 3. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Here's Bazemore. Got it off in time, but it's no good. The playoff push. And let's quickly have a look at the State Farm assist of the game, which came, Steve, from kind of an unlikely source here.
Yes, the big fella here doing his best impression of a point guard. Serving up a brilliant feed here. That's gorgeous.
Here's Teague. Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. On the wings, Korver and Carroll. And it's Teague in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Dishes to Carroll. Now the pass to Korver. Teague with a clean look. Drains it from beyond the arc. Teague's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Hawks. Parker outside. There's Green with the 3. That doesn't go either for Green.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Teague against Parker. To the left side wing. And here's Korver from the arc. They get it back. Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Green left side. Plenty of space. Up the bucket. Green's got 11 points here in just the second half. The Hawks leading by 14. T kicks to Carroll. Passes it to Korver. 4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Great D that time from Leonard. Back to Green. Fires the 3. That doesn't go either for Green. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. T kicks to Korver. Launches it. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 6 assists here tonight.
This is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Well, you talk about some of the all-time great shooters in NBA history. Kyle Korver has to be on that list. Last year, the league leader in three-point percentage again.
The splitter is checked in for Manu Ginobili. Here's Parker. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. And for Kyle Korver, he already had led the league in three-point percentage back in 2010 when he set Clark the single-season record, over 53%.
Yeah, he's also led the league in three-point makes as well. He's done it in free-throw percentage, too. You get the picture. This guy is an absolute dead-eye shooter. Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was also safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
Might as well remove all doubt, right?
Feeds to T. Pass to Carroll. He kicks it to Korver. 5 to shoot. Outside Teague. There's the 3. And he gets it to go. Teague's got 9 points here in the second half.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys. And the points add up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
Knocks it loose. Duncan dishes to Green. To the wing on the left. shot to stop the run. Green missing again.
And I'll tell you what, this has been one ugly quarter for him.
And it keeps getting uglier. I mean, his touch has basically gone AWOL. Well, you know, as teams become more and more focused on getting good looks in close at the rim, the value of great defensive big men inside just continues to rise. I mean, it's tough to be a contender without a rim protector.
Hill hits them both. And with the new camera systems, it's easier to measure defense, going beyond block shots to look at which, for instance, big men diminish shooting percentages in their area.
Yeah, no surprise. I mean, names like Dwight Howard, Roy Hibbert, and Serge Ibaka. But interesting that that reputation has value defensively when players hesitate to go inside.
The Spurs making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. Here's Parker, and he gets it to go from the high post.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
Parker against T. No dice from 9 feet out.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Ginobili gets the bucket. Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Ginobili in the final year of his 2-year contract extension with the Spurs, Steve, and some speculate that he may retire after this season.
Yeah, fantastic career for Ginobili. You know what I think, Kevin? I think Ginobili, Parker, Duncan, and Popovich should all just walk away right now. Just, go away together, and this has nothing to do with me coaching the Warriors. Nothing to do with me at all. This is about them. They've earned this. Walk away now, guys. Just leave.
I hear some admiration, but I also hear some sarcasm in there, too.
The Spurs have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. And Parker, here we go.
And Ginobili certainly will go down in history as one of the all-time great 6 men, alongside the likes of John Havlicek and Kevin McHale early in his career. I'm throwing out some old-school names for you young bucks.
Atlanta making some changes.
And Manu, a 2-time All-Star, won 3 NBA titles with the Spurs. An outstanding career for a player drafted 57th back in 1999.
Leonard with the steal. And now the fast break, Ginobili with the ball. Atlanta with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Out to the right wing. Kicks to Bazemore. Here's Mack. He's covered by Ginobili. That's good.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for Atlanta.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And counting tonight's game on the season, they'll now have won 57 games this year.
They've finally gotten something good to happen against this opponent. The last 2 times out, they weren't nearly as productive.
Yeah, they'll now be 1-2 against them this season. They'll face them once more, so they could end up with a split in those 4 games.
Cephalosha passes to Bazemore. 46 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Shot clock at 6. The 3. The Hawks again can't hit. And for the Spurs, they're shooting the ball at 42%. And Ginobili with the slam.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
And Bazemore kicks to Mack. To the middle. Stolen by Ginobili.
And this game is finally getting away from them.
Yep, it has gotten away. There's not really anything they can do now.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
17 seconds on the shot clock. 17. Into the lineup of the Spurs.
A 3 off the inbound, and the shot is good.
Nice play there on that inbounds play, and it paid off with the 3.
Pass to Bazemore. A 3 ball. A rebound by the Spurs. From half court, no good. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.